Quick tip, if you straighten your hair and don't want it to be stick straight, add some braids. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Haley. Let's do a favorites video. Alrighty, so let's start off with brushes. I decided on Cyber Monday to order some brushes from BH Cosmetics. Now I had a couple brushes from them already and I can make a video on that if you want because their brushes are so inexpensive and so good. I just ordered backups of a couple of the brushes, that's how good they are. And I had been wanting something similar to the Morphe brushes that had been out, those ones that had that thicker and dome-shaped top to like set the under eye or like stuff like that. So I saw that they had a Sculpt and Blend set. Now this I believe is the Sculpt and Blend 2 set, and these are the brushes. They're dirty, sorry. I'm missing only one because I did end up giving one of them that I hadn't used to my stepmom for Christmas because I got her a contour kit. So it's actually that, if you're familiar with contour brushes, it's that very thick, dense brush that has that slanted cut tip on top to get that really sharp line. But these I love. They're super soft. They're dense. Like this is the one, I think it's the G2, or maybe this one's a little more similar, to the Morphe one that I'd been really wanting. And it's perfect for the under eye. I love it. This one is great for foundation. This one here actually is really good for contour. If you want to just like a very soft contour, if you don't want one of those like harsh lines that like those brushes that I just talked about can create. And then it's got this weird little guy. This is supposed to be for contouring your nose. I don't know if you're supposed to do it like this or like that. I tried it. I didn't seem to really work for me, but I can try it again, obviously, and see what I got. But, and then just like these smaller brushes, like this is a good one for buffing out concealer under the eyes. You know, and then this smaller one I actually have been using as like an eye brush. But yeah, absolutely love these. Really good quality, really inexpensive. I think I got this for like $12, but then again, I did get it on Cyber Monday, so I'm not sure how much it is full price, but it will be on their website, and I can get it on Amazon, which I got the free shipping, which was awesome. All right, next I'm going to talk about a highlighter that I actually like to use as an eyeshadow. Now, I heard a ton of buzz about this. This is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter. And I wanted this because when I saw like all the reviews and people using it, like Young, Wild, and Polished, I love her. She absolutely swears by this. So I didn't have a lot of highlighters to begin with, so I went out and bought it at Ulta and used it on my face, and I'm extremely fair. Like, I'm probably the lightest foundation in stores. I'm usually always the lightest foundation, and I put it on my face, and it just looked, it was just dark, and it looked like I had highlighter on as opposed to just glowing. So I'll actually swatch it real quick. That's what it looks like on me. So just super gold, super intense, and it's beautiful. But I've actually been on the hunt for a long time for the perfect gold eyeshadow. One that's not super yellow, and one that's not, you know, so light and champagne-y that it's basically a champagne. And I started to play with this on my eyes, and I absolutely loved it. So if you have this and you're fair-skinned and it doesn't work on your skin, try it as an eyeshadow. It's gorgeous, and the consistency of it is amazing. It sticks right on your eye. I normally use my finger to put it on my eyelid, just right on my lid, and it comes out super intense, beautiful color, and it lasts all day. All right, next thing I'm going to talk about is, I'm so glad I found this, is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This is the loose version. I know they just came out with the pressed version. This is powder. I use this to set my under eyes and this area around my nose because my pores are huge, and that's one of my biggest problems. I have kind of textured skin, especially on my nose, my forehead, and right here on my chin. I have some issues with blackheads and stuff like that. It's not necessarily acne, but I found that when I use cheaper powders, my skin just looks like scaly almost, and I've had a hard time setting my cream and my liquid products with powders because it kind of like balls up and looks really weird. And so I actually tried that out in the store in Ulta. I kind of just grabbed a little bit and like swiped it on by my nose, and my skin was so soft and my pores were basically invisible. So I actually asked for that for Christmas, and my stepmom got it, and well, my stepmom and my dad. So thanks, Amy and Dad. But I actually I didn't know I was getting it for Christmas, so I ended up ordering it online from Ulta because I'm a platinum member and I had 20% off. So I got a backup, which is great because I absolutely love it. It's awesome. If you have problems with big pores or you have kind of textured skin like me, absolutely try it out. All right, next thing I'm going to talk about is the eye makeup remover lotion, the hydrating from Neutrogena. So I put a lot of, like cream eyeliners and things and obviously like mascara, which is extremely difficult to get off. And when I'm taking off my makeup, I use makeup remover wipes, and I'm very lazy. I don't wash my face all the time like I should, but trying to get off all that stuff on my eyes, like the eyeliner and the mascara, can be extremely difficult if you don't use a cleanser or something specifically made to get it off. And I discovered that, and I think I bought that at Ulta as well too, but I'm pretty sure you can get Neutrogena anywhere. I discovered that and I loved it because it's a lotiony texture. I'll actually show you real quick. It's like a lotion, so it's not going to be oily or anything like that. And if you have oily skin or even combination skin like I have, you just getting oil off of your face once you put it on. Like I had an oil cleanser because I do special effects makeup, and trying to get off like Ben Nye foundation can be the hardest thing. And I would use oil cleansers because that's all I could find to actually get it off. And I found myself spending an extra 20 minutes just trying to get the oil cleanser off of my face afterwards. So that I have found works great. I kind of put it onto my eyes and massage my eyes, and it takes it right off. I mean, I have raccoon eyes right after, but I take the makeup wipe and I wipe it right off, and it's all gone. So next I'm going to talk about is what I've been using to hydrate my lips. Now, it's winter time. I do live in Orlando, Florida, so it's not really cold, but it's still not as humid as it normally is, and my skin can get pretty dry. So for my lips, I think I was using Baby Lips, and then I was using just like the generic chapsticks that you can find at like drugstore, Walgreens, whatever. And my stepmom told me that she used Vaseline on her lips. And I didn't know how I felt about that because I've never really owned Vaseline or anything like that. But I saw that they had these little lip therapy pots at Target. So I grabbed them, and I've been using this. I use it at least 3 times a day. I use it right in the morning, I use it right before I go to bed at night, and then just touch-ups throughout the day. And I actually just this one was on sale, the Rosy Lips. There's not a lot of color in here. This isn't really worth it. Just go for the original for sure. But somehow it really just sinks in and melts into my lips and makes them super, super soft, super hydrated. I have really dry, cracked, yucky lips too. And, I exfoliate my lips, and still a couple hours later, they will get disgusting and cracked and gross. And I have found that this is the only thing that really, really works for me right now. So if you have that problem, absolutely try this. Next thing I want to talk about is my favorite palette that I've been using. I got this from my grandma. She's so sweet. We were at the mall, and she decided to just get me a couple of high-end things that I'd been really, really wanting. And this was one of them. And this is the Tarte Lip Palette. This is what it looks like. It is completely matte. So they just came out with a new one, the Tartelette in Bloom, and I want that one so bad, but girl, I don't have the budget for that. But the matte palette is so perfect because, ooh, light's going a little crazy, is so perfect because it's got, first of all, a perfect transition shade, which I think all of us are always looking for, that perfect peachy shade. And then the like warmer shades are perfect when you're trying to throw something in the crease, when you have like a gold on your lid or something like that, like a bronze or something that you just want to throw in the crease and have kind of like a natural eye. It's got the perfect warm shadows for that. But then there are these beautiful cool tone shadows. Like this one can even sort of mimics a shadow in your eye. So if you're doing like something more cool toned and you want to pop something in the crease and have it look almost just define your crease a tiny bit, this is great. It's got some beautiful purples. The black is really dark and intense. And the cream shades are perfect brow bone highlights if you're not looking for like a super intense shimmery highlight, and it's great for the inner corner too. So absolutely been loving this, and the texture is great. I love Tarte. The next thing I want to talk about is, I'm actually going to do these together. This is the e.l.f. blending brush, and when I saw this on the website, I was like, this would be good for contour, because I can't really imagine what else you would use this for. Like for all over the face, it's just a weird shape. So I was like, this is going to be perfect for those days when you want that really subtle contour that's just like, I just don't want to look like a potato. So I've been using that. I've been using this for that, and it's been coming out just the way that I wanted. It's not a tiger stripe on your face. It's kind of very subtle. It blends itself. I find myself when I use those really structured brushes having to go in with a fluffier brush and blend, blend, blend. And this kind of does all the work for you, and it's great. And I use this with my Lorac Pro Contour Palette. I just recently got this too, but I've been using it every single day since I got it. And these are the colors. It's perfect because it's got for a light contour, a deep contour, and a medium contour. It's got the shimmer highlight and then the two, I just use them as setting powders. It says highlight, beige highlight, yellow, beige highlight, yellow highlight, and then the shimmer highlight. But I just use these for like under the eye or on the top of the cheekbone to kind of just bring light to those areas. But the light contour is perfect for those of us who need an ashier contour, who are very light skinned like me. But I actually love the medium contour to bronze my face. It's actually pretty warm. I don't know if people with medium skin tones can use this as a contour. I'm not sure. I don't know if maybe they mix. You can mix these also. But this I love as a bronzer. The deep I've just kind of been using as an eyeshadow. If I, need a dark eyeshadow and it's right there, I'll grab it. But I absolutely love that. Lorac shadows are the softest, most pigmented shadows, and I'd been thinking when I was, struggling with my face powder issue, I was like, if Lorac made face powders like their eyeshadows that were so creamy and light and pigmented and just blur everything out, that would be amazing. And then when they came out with that, I was like, I needed to have it. I saved and saved and saved for it and finally got it, and I absolutely love it. Next thing I want to talk about is this NYX concealer. It's NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer. This is what the pot looks like. This is what you get. It's a decent amount inside, but you don't need very much. So what I use this for is on days that I'm having like bad breakouts, like I have like this goober on my lip and like something down here. If I don't want to go like full coverage on my foundation, which honestly I normally don't, I'm a BB cream kind of girl, I will take this on a teeny tiny detailer brush and I will just put it on my pimples and just blend it out with my finger. I find a lot of people, when they have just a couple blemishes here and there, really want to put on that full coverage foundation because they're like, oh, I just need to cover everything. And, on days that you're just lounging around the house or just running some errands out and about or even going to class, you don't need that. If you want to, go for it, who's stopping you? But I have found that if you just put on something light, you can still see your skin, it still looks natural, and then just take the heavy duty high coverage stuff and just put it on the areas that absolutely need it. One, it's way more comfortable to wear because you don't feel like you're really wearing that much makeup. And two, it covers almost better to me because I feel like it's just getting that area, and then you just kind of blend it out into the rest of your skin, so you're not kind of swiping over it over and over to kind of blend it all out. You know what I'm saying? And it's much easier not to get it all caked up on there too, especially if, you know, your pimples are kind of in that dry stage. But I absolutely love this for that. I've already suggested it to a couple of my roommates, and they love using it too. So absolutely check this out. This is like, you can get NYX at Ulta, at Target now, on their website, obviously. Awesome. And then the last thing that I'm going to talk about is my Olay Active Botanicals Moisturizing Day Lotion. So like I said, I have been dealing with drier skin lately, and this stuff, the consistency, let me show you, is very, very runny. So as you can see, it's already running down my finger. It's an extremely light, it reminds me of a serum, honestly, an extremely light moisturizer, and it just, I find that it just melts into the skin, and I think that's why it's called a day moisturizer, because it's so perfect to use during the day, because after you clean your face in the morning and you just put that on, it just melts right in. It doesn't interfere with any sort of primer. It doesn't interfere with your foundation. It kind of just melts in. It smells so good. And it has this claim that there's some sort of like snow mushroom that like holds its weight in water like 1,000 times or something like that. I don't really know if that's true. I just know that I like, especially for the day, my moisturizer, I want it to be really light. I want it to blend into my skin really easily. Obviously, I want it to smell good, which it does. And I just kind of want it to be a light moisturizer. I normally gravitate towards serums, but I've found that that works great for me. It's pretty inexpensive, and I got mine at Target. So that's it. This is my first video ever. I hope it wasn't terrible. I figured that a favorites video would be a good way to kind of introduce myself, kind of what I'm about, what kind of products I use to you guys. You know, for a long time, I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel. I am absolutely obsessed with YouTube. I watch so many people, and I'm just, I was watching a video, actually. The Gabby Show posted a video, I think it's called Goals or something like that. And she posted a video, and it was just about how she's gotten where she is now, and how she had kind of worked towards these things, where she, you know, she wanted to be on a panel at Playlist Live and like and reach a certain amount of subscribers and all this stuff, and how she was always saying, you know, you have to really understand what you want and take the steps to get there. And I mean, I've been told that so many times, but for some reason when she said it, it resonated with me, and I was just like, you know what, I've wanted to make YouTube videos for so long. I've even like gathered little things here and there to do it, and I was always scared to do it. I was always like, oh, I'm not going to get any subscribers. Nobody's going to want to watch me. No one cares what I have to say. But you know what? Even if I don't get a ton of subscribers, the small amount that I do get, it's going to be worth it. I'm going to want to post. I'm going to want to talk to whoever you guys are. And that's enough for me. You know, that's enough, especially right now. I want to put videos out there that I think will be helpful to people. I feel like I've acquired, you know, enough tips and tricks and things that have worked for me, you know, just a regular broke college student who has to do so much research before she buys anything. And I think a lot of you guys are like that too. I think that's why you love YouTube and watch YouTube, because you want to find out if these products are really worth it and then go out and buy them. And you know, because you can't just drop $50 on a foundation if you don't know it's good, you know? So hopefully you guys like my videos. I'd love to keep uploading. If you have any suggestions for videos in the future, please let me know. And thank you so much. Bye, guys.